We're rolling. You ready?
Henry.
Nice to meet you. Taylor.
Henry.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. How are you guys, y'all doing today?
Good.
Good. Did you guys have a fun weekend? Good Super Bowl and everything?
Yeah, just watched the Super Bowl with some friends, had some drinks and had some appetizers and stuff like that.
Nice. Yeah, I'm definitely more of like a food person when it comes to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
That's the best part for sure.
Did you make any specialties?
Just appetizers, some pizza, all the goods. Well, our plan for you today is to just kind of walk you guys through. I know we had a meeting before, previously, but kind of just answer any questions that you guys may have about us, get you guys more familiar with us a little bit more as a whole. Look at your guys' needs that you stated before. This will take about 20 minutes. Is this still a good time for you guys?
Yeah, perfect.
Okay, perfect, sweet. Well, let's get started. I will hand you guys this, and this is just kind of our little thing to walk you through what we want to talk about today, and I will be taking a few notes. If that's
Yeah,
okay.
that's perfect, yeah.
Sweet. All right, so if we want to look over our agenda to start, is there anything that specifically is catching your attention? It's on the second page.
Everything was pretty good. Yeah, we can get started.
Okay, so last time we spoke, your needs were that you struggle to keep employees due to family and career balance. The childcare costs are pretty high and your employees struggle with that financially. And then you want reduced absenteeism. Does all that still ring true, or is there anything else?
Yeah, that sounds about right from what we talked about last time.
Okay, sounds good. So with what we had from you last time as well, you had 3 open rooms that you'd be willing to use for daycare
Yeah.
areas?
Mhm.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So we actually sent a survey out to your employees after, like we had talked about, and 42% said that they would utilize the on-site daycare. So we just wanted to let you guys know that kind of right off the bat, that there is interest within your company.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So is there any questions or?
No, I mean, yeah, we have 3 extra rooms, so that would definitely work out. And if there's a lot of employees, that seems like it could work.
Okay, sounds good. So if we move on to the legalities, we can also cover these in depth more later, but basically, we're responsible for everything. It's not on you guys as a company, it's on KinderCare as a company. So they'll come to us, not you. And then I can give you a couple minutes to look through the statistics if you want. One of the big ones I wanted to point out was that employers surveyed report that child care services decrease employee absences by 20 to 30% and reduce turnover by 37 to 60%, which I thought was pretty important for you guys. Do you guys have any questions right off the bat at all? Anything you guys want us to cover?
No, I think the statistics, looking at it, reduced the absenteeism, that's one of our needs, so that make sure that employees are staying at the company is a good statistic to have in there. No, we can keep going, I think.
Okay. Yeah, so we have the other one was the financial situation one, and that is on the bottom of the 6th page is where that starts, if you wanted to look over that one too. The biggest one from that we saw was on average parents spend 28% of their household income on childcare, which is 4 times that the Department of Health and Human Services deems affordable. So yeah, between all of those. Is KinderCare something you guys could see yourself utilizing within your 3M location at Oakdale?
Yeah, I think we could definitely use it. Yeah, we have been having some troubles with employees kind of leaving work early or maybe not showing up due to children and having to take care of their kids. So that's definitely a problem, and it would definitely help us to have those employees stay at the workplace a little bit more. Yeah, so I think we could be interested.
What was that with the brass last month at 3M?
Oh, yeah. No, that was, yeah, we had that, but then it was just it's not really, yeah, it wasn't doing what it was supposed to.
Weird.
But, yeah, we gotta figure that out, that's
I
something
guess,
that.
I was just looking at
Do
it,
you
and
guys
remind
see
me of.
this brass, not to interrupt you, but is this brass something that could affect the kinder care, any of the rooms or anything?
No,
at
we
all?
were
No,
just-
no, it
No,
was just
it's,
something that.
okay, I just wanted to make sure that it wasn't a concern for you guys, or make sure that nothing was gonna kinda not correspond well for you
Oh,
guys.
no,
Yeah.
sorry.
Okay, no, you're totally
Good,
good.
all good.
Well, if you guys look forward, we do have some of the cost and pricing, if you guys would like to take a look at that.
Yeah,
So ultimately, this is a really good deal for you guys, I will say. So you guys are already paying for this space that we have. That's not gonna be any extra cost for you guys for these 3 rooms, which is really good. Ultimately, it'll just kind of come down to the utilities going up slightly. And if you look, we kind of have the estimations for all of those on the 8th page. And then the highlighted portion of your guys' page is where you will see the prices for your employees. And on average, for Minnesota, it is about $600 a kid per week for daycare, and it is about $400 for multiple kids going to daycare. So looking at these prices, you can tell that it will definitely help with your guys' one need where you were concerned with your employees spending their income on the daycare facilities. So that will definitely be beneficial for you guys.
yeah, so the prices are gonna change for all the infant, toddler, and preschool as well, for all of them.
Yes, so infant is the most expensive, just because it does come with the formula costs, and we do have to implement extra diapers, wipes, all that sort of stuff. And then toddlers, it goes down slightly, just because that is when they start to get into the age where they do potty train and all of that. And then preschool will be the lowest cost, because ultimately those kids are ready to almost go into the actual school system.
Yeah, all right.
Does that, do
Yeah,
these prices look good for you?
yeah, no, they look cheaper than like the off-site family care, so that looks to be like something that could help our employees save some money if they're looking to do that.
Awesome, I'm glad to hear that. And then kind of moving on, we do just have some testimonial letters talking about how we have helped companies in the past. One company specifically, if you would want to tour, is the Walgreens in the Minneapolis location. They have implemented the kinder care at their location, and it has benefited them a bunch. And then moving on, we do have some 3D models. It's kind of hard to bring in an actual physical model for you guys, so we did print these out for you. And these are the dimensions of the rooms that you guys gave us from the last meeting, if you're looking at them. And then the top one is the infant room that we would have for you guys, and then it goes down to toddler and preschool. So I'll just let you guys take a look at that and see if you have any comments or concerns.
No, it all looks good to me. What do you think?
I just, one objection, I guess, here is I don't want our workers misusing the privilege of having their kids in our building and spending too much time with them instead of working.
No, I totally understand that. So you guys said before that you do have people that are remote workers, correct? Yeah, so ultimately it just kind of comes down to trust with you guys. If you're willing to trust that your employees can work from home and have a career and life balance from home, it should be essentially the same thing implementing that into your company. They should be able to have that balance and be able to make sure you guys can implement some different rules to make sure that this happens, but it ultimately comes down to just the trust thing and making sure that your employees can handle that, which if they're working remotely from home, I believe that it should not be an issue at all.
I hear that, but like at 3M, we have these policies about social media, and some people still use it. So I'm just concerned that that'll kind of be the same thing here with,
Yeah, for sure. Children aren't as accessibly easy as grabbing your phone on the table. They have to physically get up and move around and try to go visit their children, so that is easier. You can just kind of modify that, and we can have our staff kind of take a look at that too and kind of keep records of who's visiting. We do have to document whenever people come and visit kids anyways, so you guys will have access to those records and making sure that your employees aren't overusing that.
okay.
Did that answer
Yeah.
your concern at all?
Definitely.
Okay, perfect.
For me, the biggest thing is kind of just the legal implications involved with the daycare on our property. That kind of worries me a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So if we flip back to, I believe it is page 4, let me triple check for you guys. Yes, page 4. If you look at that highlighted portion, that kind of goes over, and it just kind of states that we handle all of any lawsuits that could be brought up. It ultimately all falls on us. You guys are basically just providing the space for us, and everything will fall on us. We will have our own management system so that you guys don't have to take somebody out of your work and implement them over to us. We will cover that for you guys. So if you just want to kind of look over that legalities portion and look at the highlighted portion, and if you have any questions, let me know.
So you guys are doing all the work, and then we're just the ones doing the space?
Yeah, basically you're just providing the space for us, and you're paying for those extra utilities a month, and we take care of the rest. It's a pretty good gig to have.
So I guess one more question is, if a parent has to work after hours, will that work if the daycare is closed and there is no longer someone there to watch their child?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So ultimately, we will stay open an hour after your guys' hours are done, which is 6 o'clock. So we will stay open until that 7 o'clock time. And that gives your employees time to try to find another ride if they're not done by that 7 o'clock time. Ultimately, it benefits them more because they don't have to leave early from work and try to make it to the daycare center. The children are right there, so it's easy to pick up, but they can see if a spouse or grandparent, as long as they put them on the list, they can come and pick them up if they do have to stay after hours. Did that answer your concern?
Say for the most part, yeah.
Okay, awesome.
One more thing that I have, so if an employee is unhappy with the daycare service and they don't want to have a crossover impacting their quality of work, because they start to not like you guys or the company, what's that gonna affect us?
Yeah, so basically that just kind of falls on us. They can communicate with us and we will stay open-minded and we will try to address any issues that they do have, but nothing should fall on you guys as 3M as a whole, because we are two separate businesses. Although we are within your space, we aren't associated as one. We are two different places. So they can come and talk to us and figure out any issues that they may have, and we will work with them as much as possible, and we will try to keep everything as separate as possible for you guys. Do you have any more concerns for us?
I think that kind of answered my concern based on the quality of work and the daycare, so I think
Yeah,
that's.
awesome, good.
Yeah, we want to give you guys all the perks and not really have to deal with the downsides of anything.
Yeah, so after kind of seeing everything, how are you guys feeling with the daycare system at your Oakdale location?
How are you feeling about it?
I mean, I would hope that this would make people want to stay at 3M more. Definitely give them different opportunities with their children. So yeah, I like it.
I feel good about it, but to me, I kind of want to see something like before I commit to it. So I'm feeling like kind of seeing the Walgreens location might help us in taking that site visit.
Yeah,
Might
for
help us
sure.
out and see how it might impact us and help us out.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
Just to see it.
We can definitely do that, and you can talk to the manager at the Walgreens location and the different kindergarten employees, see how they're kind of operating, see how that's all working, talk to some of the employees, see how it's benefited them, and I think you guys will really enjoy the visit and seeing how it has helped them.
Yeah, I think that's
Awesome.
good.
Well, if you guys want, we can get a schedule. What is your guys' schedule kind of looking like in the near future?
Pretty much any day on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday might work, like
Okay.
midday, so we could go down there and check it out.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. I can talk to the Walgreens location and see what time works best for them, and I will send you guys out an email in this next week, and we can figure out a good time that would work. How does that
Alright.
sound for you
Yeah,
guys?
sounds good.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Awesome, perfect, thank you.
Nice
So,
decision.
Okay, so Here's what I told Sam and Henry. Basically, they heard the objections. There was that time where they started talking to each other. It was totally off topic. And you caught that and did that. So that's the weird thing. And then when I rolled the dice or whatever, it was one to visit a site to see what it looks like, which I think is your primary objective. So that's what they did. Sellers, anything you want to say?
No, that wasn't too bad.
Not too bad, no.
It's
That's
fine.
what people say when they come out getting a shot at the doctor. It wasn't too bad, no. Good, thank you. All right. Switch gears from daycare to bands. Let you know what's going on with somebody's body. So we'll switch to there. Luke and Tyler, I'll step outside with.